Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another session of Pathfinder with, well, I messed up the intro again. Welcome back to another session of Stories from the Seventh Shine. When you're working off 2 years of references,
Yeah,
it happens.
you good, man. It's just us anyway.
Yeah.
It's just us.
Almost 3 years, if you think about it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
it's
yeah.
almost 3 years.
I'd rather not.
When we last left off, our group of adventurers managed to make it down through another 2 coils of this dungeon that they've gone into, going in deeper into these elegant ruins and finding their way onto the palm of the discarded Bahamut husk. After taking care of a pair of dragons known as Twintania, Workson has recovered his spear and gotten an upgrade to it. And our party managed to receive 2 items for their troubles. Now, they find themselves standing in the silence on the palm of the hand. Alize approaching them, while Dole and Arcelus look on. Let them tend to their wounds, reset, and relax in the quiet of the moment. My dear agents of mayhem, how do you proceed?
Did I get healed after the fight or no?
No one's gotten healed yet.
Okay.
Everyone's kind of like laying on the floor bleeding out.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of blood.
You got Fiona stay. You got Fiona over there like 10 health. It's like, oh, tell me about
Don't worry, I got lilies.
I was gonna say, Eugen's probably still covered in flowers.
Dude, they look good.
Yendrid's got like a bite mark going down from like her neck all the way to her thigh, and there's just a flower popping out, and it looks like it's like her armor is embroidered with flowers. It's like, ow.
So, Rowan's just gonna dust off her dress, reach in her bag. I got potions. Anybody need some?
She untapped herself. I'm good.
Ark walks over to Kato and casts heal.
Nice.
Oh darn! I think I got a tear in my dress.
Whatever level he is, I'm pretty sure that's just all my health.
Heal's automatically 150, right?
Depending on your level, I think
Yeah,
it
depends
is.
on level.
So like
The
10
heal.
points per level.
Heal is.
Pretty sure it's like
Yep,
the
10
opposite
points
of
per-
harm.
Yeah, it's 10 points of damage per level. The caster up to 150.
Okay,
At 50.
so he healed you for 140 points.
Christ.
I only have 104, so
Stop overhealing, Ark.
Regardless, Alize comes up and goes, "Are you all right? I saw what I could of the fight through the flames. I'm sorry. I wish I could have helped." She clenches her fist.
It's okay.
we're alive.
Magic
Mostly.
wasn't,
We've had worse.
magic wasn't looking the best anyways.
Alize goes, "Really? You've had worse. You all look, well, rather worse for the wear right now."
Yeah.
Yeah, a number of us have had worse.
Works has exploded.
Wrong one.
Granted, that was his own fault, but
There's a. Okay. At this point,
sorry, I'll tell you later.
she looks forward and she sees that in the back past the palm is another section that's opening up as lights start going down into it. You can see a doorway starting to form.
Another 54 points of health healed.
I think that's everybody right to full.
Yeah.
Alize at that point starts making her way towards it, and seeing that there's a terminal in front of it, says, if it's all right with you all, since you all are convalescing for the moment, I'll take a look at the terminal and get to work on it. It's, well, the least I can do. And she basically hurries off and sets to work on it.
Give me a shout if you need help.
She does shout back and goes, but this is all rather strange. What is all of this? You would think, with how powerful that we know Alg is, this sort of thing wouldn't be happening.
Gets up and walks over.
Yeah,
What's
just
the problem?
Well, with Bahamut coming back, with the imprisonment and all that, you would think, like, we're obviously in Allegan ruins, you would think that they would have a better container. Or just a means of destruction. At that point, Works feels Bahamut kind of spawn out of him and stand on his shoulder, the little mini Bahamut kind of stretching its wings before he's...
To be fair, the containment did explode
This is true.
8 years ago.
This is true, Lady Theon. Bahamut says before he goes. But, as I'm sure you've noticed by now, with all of your many ventures, time has a way of making fools of the mighty. And then Ark slaps in the back of the head.
Is that a good idea?
The Alligans played with a lot of forces they did not understand.
Bahamut thinks for a moment on that and he goes, no, I think they understood them. I think they just didn't
Didn't
care.
They underestimated them for sure.
That one I will give you. Also, what the fuck, Tia?
Oh yeah, Bahamut. They want me to tell you that what was it again? Something about your child.
Did someone say something like that?
Ark,
I don't know. My brain's a little rattled.
Ark and Bahamut just both like raise an eyebrow. They're like, what?
Someone said about Titania being an asshole.
I think that was you.
Probably.
Bahamut looks at him. Remind me to take a look at your brain later for any signs of damage. And at that point, I would like everybody to roll a perception as the sound of the terminal beeping and then hydraulics going off alerts you. Rowan with the natural 20.
Alright.
Wow.
Well, I'll roll another 20 tonight.
Wow. I rolled really well.
Works, you're a little busy like talking to Bahamut, but Bahamut, Ark, and Adol all turn their heads and they're like, oh, no. And you turn your head to look as well. As the entire party does the same thing as the hydraulics open. And there's just like the entire upper torso, head, and wings of a primal Bahamut getting restored, staring back at you at full size.
Well, shit.
I'll say I suggest you get behind us.
Um,
Who do I get behind?
you can see Bahamut's like heart still beating in the room, and Art just like turns his head and looks at Bahamut and goes, "I'm sorry for hitting you."
I'm sorry for calling you an overgrown, useless lizard.
I thought we already established that two different things at this point.
Still.
Also,
I think it's alive yet. Otherwise, it would have probably blown us up by now.
I was gonna ask, is it even well? It's obviously alive, but is it like conscious?
Doesn't appear to be. Like I said, it probably would have blown us up by now if it was, or closed its hand.
Ark looks, and then he looks at Kato and goes, "Hey, Kato, buddy,
Yeah.
its arm is over there, and its hand is right here. And,
Yeah.
and there's nothing connecting the two. I don't think these are the same one."
What?
So you're saying it's creating a new Bahamut from scratch.
Sure, the thing is, they have the technology. They can rebuild him.
Out of character. Smack!
Makes you wonder what this is still doing here, though. Like, wouldn't this have withered away?
Not necessarily if it's being kept around to be repurposed. Because if this is just a bunch of Aether still solid, then they could just eat it to help make the new one, couldn't they?
But they're not eating it.
Ark at that point is like,
Yes.
"Oh, maybe we should." I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. Maybe we should move up closer and examine it closer.
Right. Those without the blessing, stay in the back.
I'll stay here, you people who can fly.
As
You have fun with
this happens, I would like Dak and Fiona to roll a perception. You two see Adol plant his feet, and he starts sprinting towards it. And then you see a very dreamy-eyed looking Alize walking towards it, and Adol, by his stance, looks like he's about to tackle her.
Alice? That's probably about enough as much warning as she's gonna get before he hits her.
You shout that, and she goes, I can see my grandfather."
What?
Bloody hell.
Into the light.
Leon starts flying.
Fiona, as you approach, you can see him too. Standing probably about that distance, probably about 150 feet away. Moving off, you can also see an individual in armor standing about 30 feet behind. It's at that point that Adol slams into her back and takes you to the ground, and she starts crying and calling out to her grandfather.
Something doesn't seem right about this.
I'm not liking this at all.
Adol, let her up.
Adol
Not the Primal's influence.
looks up and stands there. Alice is just laying on the ground crying.
Jack moves in and tries to pick Elsie up. Come on, up.
Can it really be true, though? Archon Louis is alive?
Dak and Adol both also see him and the man in the armor. They're standing away and they're walking away, but they're not responding to anybody's presence.
Just to clarify our character, are they like walking across air at this point, or are they moving across platforms?
They're moving across platforms. There
Okay.
are platforms that are well below you, but they're still there.
Okay, I wanted to give
Fiona
a
is
bit.
trying to identify the one in armor.
You're trying to identify the one in armor? Roll a perception and then a. Well, if you can see it clearly enough, I'm going to say you know who it is. So.
Wait.
I will explain it in a second. I'm just getting the right music. Fiona, you look forward, and the shape of the helmet and the armor strikes you immediately. As you look and you recognize it as the White Raven.
Fiona's gloved hands tighten as they clench. Neil Van Donis. How?
The Nail Vandarners, the one responsible for all this?
Kato, have you approached them yet? Or has everybody approached?
I think so.
I think everyone would be moving towards them, even if not as fast as some people were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all can see like the back of the White Raven's helmet and Louis Swaw's head.
Something
He was
really
killed.
doesn't seem right about
How?
this.
Magic bullshit.
That too.
Ark just kind of looks forward, looks down, looks at all the stuff going on. He looks over and says, Kato,
Yeah.
I'm not much of an engineer, but do you see that pylon over there?
I guess since he's pointing it out, I can see it.
There's
pretty
basically
clear.
there's this long, narrow. Forgive me for describing this like this. I apologize. It basically looks like a massive butt plug.
Is it the things that we see in the coils?
Yes. It's not producing the beam right now. And he goes, "What do you think that was for?"
Do I see any others like it?
There's two more nearby, like functioning way elsewhere that are sending beams of aether to Bahamut.
Well, this one seems to be inactive, but it looks like the other two are feeding ether into Bahamut. Maybe they're rebuilding him? Oh shit.
Oh no.
Art just scratches his head a little bit. I think we need to leave.
The hell do we do? Fiona starts striding forward.
Art stands in front of her and goes, Fiona, we don't know enough right now, and we just got our asses handed to us.
We need to regroup.
I need an army, depending.
Fell back.
What was that,
You
Rowan?
really want to,
That we need to get our spells back. I don't know about you, but I got nothing left.
And it might behoove us to contact the Ironworks for someone else more versed in elegant technology.
It might be good to contact an army, depending on how this is working.
Art says, whoa, guys, before we do anything, we should probably go talk to the people upstairs.
Fair.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
then after that, maybe I hate to say this, I really do. I fought wars against them. Maybe we should talk to the Garleans about this shit.
I was gonna say we're basically on their property for one, and two, they count as an army, so
Do you really want to bring the Garleans down here?
they already been
They were
down.
already here.
Yeah, they were already here. Do we really want this Bahamut to rise again? No offense.
Besides,
Headley
Well,
Line.
Neil a traitor to the
Here-
Empire.
Here's a
He won't be
scarier.
welcomed back.
Here's a scarier thought. Do we really want anyone to come in? We clear this place down, and then they weaponize it.
Art,
I don't think anyone
Art just
wants to
Art just
weaponize
holds up his hand and he says, "There's a lot of people we should contact about this."
Yeah. Plus, I think everyone would agree to blow this place to sky high, because no one's stupid enough to try and weaponize Bahamut, I don't think.
The Garleans suffered just as much loss on that day as we did.
Yeah.
Art's just like, "Oh god." He looks up. I'd like everybody to roll a perception on Art. Works, I'm sorry to take this from you, but you didn't make it.
Aw.
That's a 19. I can't roll any higher.
Aw.
It was
Didn't make it.
it's a very high check. The only person that made it was Dak.
Hey.
Beyond stupid
Fitting.
skewing, I guess.
Dak, for a split second, you see him lick his lips, and then there's this slight moment of shock before the mask comes back on.
We're leaving now. She goes over, grabs Ark's arm, and pulls. We're leaving now.
He's like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Our mission was to confirm sightings of the Archon L'Histoire. We've succeeded. Let's go.
He
You can find more than that, even.
he just
Very
like,
much observed him.
He looks over and goes, "A Tolkien, Alize." And Adol does so. He like picks her up, and she just like curls into his arms, still crying.
Plus, okay, it's just gonna take a quick look around. I'm guessing there's no way down from this platform.
Not unless you want to fly or jump.
Plus, this seems to be a dead end anyways, unless we want to do some really dangerous stuff, so...
You turn over to look, and while you guys were having this conversation, the two of them have disappeared.
Yeah.
Fion just curses and turns away. Like, let's go.
Great.
Dak's gonna keep holding onto Ark's arm and whisper under her breath, "I saw that look."
He whispers back to her. It's like, moment of weakness. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's a lot of aether. It's not about
I
the primal.
know.
It's just a lot of fucking aether.
I know, and
And
that's why we're leaving.
Yes, I spent a lot of it. I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
You can sip off mine if you want. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, yours tastes like broccoli.
Rude.
Fion's going to see if she can overhear this.
Her tail poofs. Rude.
Sure, roll a perception, Fiona. No, you do
Oh,
not.
that was some lag.
Did you just roll twice or just once? Oh, the first one.
That
Deck,
Mhm.
roll a stealth.
I was gonna say, to be honest, she's just reacting to it. I don't think she's exactly being that sneaky about that.
Well,
Just
they,
like-
they're whispering to each other.
Fair.
You don't hear Ark's side, but you hear Dax.
Jesus Christ, Ark.
He's a spady boy.
I know.
He's got a ton of dexterity, and I think he's got like a spell or two and some items boosting stealth even higher.
Mm-hmm.
there's tons of crystallized aether outside.
Let's see. He has
I don't want to know.
He has a pair of stealth boots on. He's got the meditation up. He's got 14 points into stealth and then +8 to his dex.
Yeah.
And then he
So
rolled
he's got-
then he rolled a 17.
Before he leaves, Works is like, Muhammad, you and me gotta have a talk later.
About
Some things that have been on my mind. And seeing this, I think we gotta reevaluate our strategy.
I agree. I was planning to have a conversation with you about that, but
No,
Whatever.
glad we're on the same wavelength.
it's at this point that you all basically teleport out. You get back to where you came in, and there's a teleport leading you straight back to the entrance.
So basically, we go back up to like the control room, and there just happens to be a teleport out now,
You
Or-
get back up to where the elevator was.
and there's a teleporter instead.
There's a teleport on the elevator that takes you back to the landing of the very first area.
Well, that's convenient.
Strangely so, but I'm not going to question Algan bullshit when we're dealing with this much bullshit already. Take the gift horse and let's go.
What's a horse?
You know what a horse
You know
is.
what a horse is. We've seen them.
You've seen them. You were on the step.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I told you I wanted one, and you said you'd get. You still all know where that one happened.
You promised her a pony works. How could you?
Anyway, you guys take the teleport, and once you're done with the teleport, you see there's like 6 Garlean scientists around a machine, and they're like, "It worked!"
Uh,
Did you
That
say
makes
it
so much
works or
sense.
It
It's like-
worked.
okay? I thought you said it's works. I'm like, wow, I didn't know I was famous.
They're like, "Oh, we've been trying to lock onto you guys' aether signals for like the last 2 days."
Wait, we've been down there for a while.
oh, we did decide to rest.
Which I'm glad we did.
They go, "Oh, when the survivors got up here and told us what happened, we were all worried sick."
Oh, you're gonna keep worrying.
Yeah, can we see who's in charge here, please?
You guys want to talk to the Nerturo?
Yes.
Austin, yeah.
Whoever the biggest available cheese is.
I mean,
And a
he's-
character, whoever has the biggest hat.
They go, I mean, he was the guy you talked to when you arrived. Yeah, we can go get him. Come on. You guys must be tired, but we have wine.
In no short supply.
Yeah, we've got wine and some nice cheese and some breads.
Maybe
Never mind that.
afterwards.
We have a number of places to be after this.
Okay. And they start leading you back out.
I'd like some cheese.
You can get it to go after we're done.
Like one of
We
them
have
just
we have
goes.
cheese at home.
One of them just kind of goes, and like opens up his pouch and like offers you. It's like it's a very sharp dry cheese that has little chunks of olives in it.
All I
Thank
see is
you.
like Kato tilting his head back, just depositing the entire wedge. Humph. Sorry.
Anyway, you guys actually come up the stairs and you find him waiting there, and he goes, "Oh, thank whatever gods that you all worship that you're all right." And says, "I must go ahead and thank you for what you've done. You've done a great service and returning my men to me." And then he kind of reaches over and he says, Here, this is what remains of, well, my pay for the year. And he hands it off to you.
Money.
Thank you, but I also apologize. I think we're about to drop a really big headache into your lap.
He goes, to be honest, I had something I wanted to tell you all as well. This
First.
incident and everything that's happened and the whatnot, likewise with us not getting support from Garlemald anymore, will be destroying this entrance and closing the castrum.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
We've only really been serving out of what remained of our loyalty to home, but with no aid and or encouragement. And, well, my men are having families in wine ports. We're the banishment of the 14th. There's not really a whole lot left for us anymore. We'll certainly miss Garlemald, but we've been accepted here. So what's the point?
You're going to need a lot of explosives to get rid of everything down there.
I don't think they would have enough to get rid of everything. They could probably close off this mine shaft and at least block this way. Block anything from getting up this way.
That's essentially what we were planning to do. There's not a whole lot we can do otherwise.
Size of this
Don't they have the
cabin.
Moonkeeper? Just send her.
That took me a second.
It took me a
Jesus
second.
Christ.
Yeah, I was like,
Theon, with the stupidity of that Moonseeker, she might actually just make it worse.
She's good at collapsing caves, though.
Yeah, but I think they want a controlled collapse, not a...
Exactly. Not a cam collapse.
do you see the Garleans are looking
Very well.
The Garleans
Damn, I'll
looking at
probably
you like
get buried in it.
The Garleans looking at you super confused.
Don't worry about it too much. So, should we drop the headache into this man's lap, or should we drop it into someone else's?
Well, we should probably go somewhere private, like very private to say this.
Well, if you wanted to drop it on someone who's charged, I was planning on contacting Van Belsar and letting him know of our, well, desertion, I guess is the best way to put it.
Not...
Yeah,
Retirement.
calling Gaius might be a good idea.
Otherwise,
probably...
we were planning on converting this entire area into civilian holdings and farmland.
If we can join in on that call, that would be appreciated, because...
There's something big we need to tell you.
We also
Alice, meanwhile, has like...
out
Go ahead, Ron.
we should also reach out to the Sultana. Actually, no, we're in Limsa, so we should reach out to Marwood.
Merweb. You should reach out to the Admiral.
We should reach out to the
We
Admiral.
should reach out to the Alliance in general.
We
Well,
can...
yeah,
Yes.
but the Admiral's closer, seeing how we're in we might as well just go to Limsa.
Well, after the call.
Alize wipes her eyes and says, while you are doing this, can I be alone for a little while?
Of course.
Feel free.
Art goes, I'm a wanted man and lives. I'm going to take her back to the homestead. Bye!
Feel free.
He just grabs out of the day and starts leaving.
So, do we want to, two birds, one stone this? Some of us head over to the Admiral, some of us take the call with
How about no? We get on the call with Gaius, we talk to Gaius, we figure out some input from him, and then we go to whoever else we need.
Speaking of, who took the bag that he gave them? gave you all.
No, that,
Assuming Tart did.
Yeah, assume me, I guess.
Okay, Dak, you find that he gave you 40,000 gil.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Hey, look,
That's
I
how
forgot
much
paid.
for each of us.
We'll figure that out later.
Divide that by 6. I believe that's 8.
As a
Sure.
side note, I think only our diplomatic corps is going to the admiral.
What happened to my... Oh, no. My
So-
GP is missing on my sheet. Shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
you said, Ark, you said 40,000?
Yes.
But it's gotta be
26
split.
It's got to be split between you all, and that depends if you want to pay Ark and Adol.
We probably gonna, because they risked their lives
Of course we
with
do.
us.
So 5,000 each.
Yeah. Anyway, he goes, so you all want this to be in private. All right, well, we'll go to my quarters. It's going to be a little cramped with the 8 of us.
Some of us can probably stand outside if they don't want to be part of the conversation.
I'll go in because there's some technical stuff that needs to be talked about, but yes. I don't think all of us need to be in there.
I'll be in attendance.
He leads you back into the area, leading you up a set of stairs into an office that doubles as personal chambers. It's threadbare. There's basically a bed, a chest. It looks like a very simple officer's area.
Katarina, turn that off.
As he sits down, he pulls up like a little orb and sets it down. He hits the button and he rubs his face. He goes, I hate to do this to him. I really do.
We do as well, but
Let us start then.
your news will be small in comparison.
If my news is small, then shouldn't I go first?
Our news might warrant your action.
Replanning.
He looks and he goes, oh.
It's big, both figuratively and, literally.
There's a blank.
Who wants to say it?
I can say it. Because I'm blunt.
I waited outside, so I'm leaving there.
If you want blunt, you could have asked me to do it.
You'll make it too joking.
Wrong kind of blunt.
Anyway, there's a little pause, and the next thing that happens is you hear a little beep, and it goes, Notaro, I was not expecting any communications from you. You've reached Gaius Van Belsar. How can I help you? Gaius, it's wonderful to hear from you. I have some news, but first I have an adventuring party here to speak with you. I believe you're familiar. I have the Agents of Mayhem.
Hi, guys.
And elbows Kato.
There's like a brief pause from Nurturo, and he goes, and then Gaius goes, yes, I am acquainted. And he goes, are all of you there?
Yes.
Some of us.
Not all of us are in the room, but it's a small room, but we're all here in the area, yes.
And to what do I owe this? To what do I owe the pleasure of your voices?
I am gonna. Good.
he goes, as much as I love hearing from you all, I know that usually when I hear from you, it's not anything good.
I am sorry to keep with that
Fair
trend.
point.
I am so sorry.
There's oh, it's not another green rat, is it?
No,
No.
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 Maybe.
Well, not yet, anyway.
I don't like that answer.
Okay. Let me explain real quick, since I'm the one that's
like,
on here
you just
for
see
it.
like Notaro like looking at you all like super confused, like what the fuck?
Okay, so we got a request to look into some possible ghost sightings in the area. We went down into the Valagan ruins, which was in charge of part Forger of.
Yes.
Well, down
Notaro
there, we-
did inform me of the Alakan ruins. I was not aware that we were allowing adventurers down there. Notaro, would you care to elaborate? We ended up losing a team of about 50 Garleans down there, along with sightings of, well, Louis Soir, according to those who came back. And when his granddaughter showed up asking to go look, we did not have the heart to turn her down, nor were we going to turn down the extra help of, well, rescuing any of those that were trapped inside. Guy stops and goes, did we rescue those that were lost inside?
Ones that were still alive, yes.
Yes, the survivors did head up.
Then we'll consider it even.
About 30 came back, was it?
I thought it was 16. I thought 30 some odd died.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like 15 or so came by.
Yeah. Anyways, that's why we're here. The one piece of news that isn't technically bad is that the complex is really big, which would be interesting. But the bad news is, we found the remnants of Bahamut down there.
As
I-
well
there-
as
there's like guys kind of like stops and he like stops you and he goes, "You found the remnants of Bahamut, meaning the unalive Bahamut."
Unalive for now.
For now.
there some
Let
machines
me
down
elaborate.
There's like just this long pause for now.
there.
We discovered
Yeah.
that
Conversation
we
sooner.
discovered that the sorry, Kato.
There are machines that are feeding ether into the heart of the old Bahamut, and it's kind of reforming it.
There's
Indeed,
another,
the ruins are active and trying to regenerate Baal the
It's-
Primal once more.
there's
Still
another-
not conscious, but it's. And I'm not entirely sure how far along the reconstruction is, but it's not something we want to wait on.
You see, Notaro is like looking up at you all, like just his mouth is open and his eyes have gone wide.
I see why we wanted to talk to people in charge.
Then there's
And do it in private.
Gaius who's silent and goes, "Why?
That's
Why?
what I'm wondering.
Why would anyone build something like that?"
Alligans?
Hey, actually, wait a second. Hey,
Yeah.
we did learn about the whole fact that Dalamud was a power generator, right?
Yes. No. You have not learned that.
I thought while we were on the island.
Yeah, that's right. You did learn about it on the island.
Yeah.
You did learn that it was a power generator.
I was gonna bring up, it's a guess to why, while we were exploring some other Alakan ruins, we learned that it's supposed to be a power generator. How much power do you think, Primal would give?
I mean, they eat power, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I believe Dalamud was made to gather and transmit solar power of sorts.
Well, I was
And-
thinking, Primal's partially faith, Aether from Faith and partially Aether it eats, what if you only took what it got from Faith and then took it for yourself?
How would you do that?
No idea. Ask the Alligans.
And bullshit, honestly. It's
I'm afraid it gets worse, Van Balthar.
Okay.
We saw sightings of Neil Van Donis as well.
There's a long pause.
or at least someone in their armor.
There's like Niles. Okay, I saw him die. The fuck?
Yeah.
And hundreds of people saw Louis Spa die, but
To be fair, they never found a body.
To be,
Neil,
to
however.
be fair with Louis Swa, hundreds of people saw him disappear.
Mhm. Still,
Niall, I saw die.
I mean, if you want to take a bullshit guess, the ruins is reconstituting anything that was around it at the time of its reconstruction.
I really don't want to take a guess.
I don't either.
without investigating the machines further, I wouldn't be able to tell you, but from what I saw,
Can
which was not a whole lot, it was reconstituting the primal.
Can I be 100% blunt with you all? Because I know why you contacted me about this.
Sure.
I don't have the manpower.
We will also be getting in contact with the Alliance.
It's a better
Indeed.
bet.
And
Gaius goes.
Notaro will be taking.
Go ahead, Fiona.
Sorry, go on.
Gaius goes. I lost about 50% of my troops with the Green Wrath.
And once again, I'm so sorry.
For the good of everyone, it had to happen. I've come to some terms with that. But there are 4 castrums in Eorzea.
You're spread thin. We understand.
I'm already spread thin. Wildfire was our best experimental Magitech that we had, and he's destroyed. We don't have anything right now that can take care of this.
We just
Indeed.
thought it would be good to let you know so you can act accordingly.
Right.
To this end, Notaro has some information as well. She looks to him and quietly mouths volunteers.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Leon whispers, anyone who is willing to stay with them. 14th.
Van Belsar, you have always been my commander, and I have always trusted you, and I will continue to serve in any capacity that I can to help you. But I have to let you know that effective immediately, Castrum Obsidians is no longer a Garlean-run castrum. The men here no longer support the Empire. We've been accepted into Wineport. We are tired of war. They want to be Eorzeans. They want to live with new families that they have made in Wineport, and they will fight to protect their home. Make no mistake about that. And it pains me to say this, knowing while you are struggling and while we have this incident, but I have already made promises to these men, and they do not have the blessing of light. And we know what happened the last time we sent Garlean soldiers against a primal. We'll block the exit. We'll try to make sure that nothing comes up. But we'd just be making an army for the thing if we sent them down there.
It's only a prudent course of action.
Gaius just is very quiet, and he finally responds. He goes, Notaro, I want you to hold your head high and know that you've served longer and harder and more thanklessly than anybody else that I have ever seen in this army. Far more than anyone ever should have. The Empire may never appreciate the sacrifices that you and your men made, but I will. And I could have never asked for finer troops. You all are dismissed. I'll come for you when I secure a means for us all to return home. And you have whatever support that you need to keep the protection of your new home whenever you need it. For now,
Oksana? There's not the cat. Okay.
she was hearing opera.
Yeah, now she's head off to Jonathan's room, and I'm waiting to hear Remy go.
Regardless, he's just kind of the two of them are silent, and the Toro stands up and he salutes and he says, "For the last time, for the Empire, then all glory to you, Gaius Van Belsar." And at that point, he stands up, looks at you all, and says, "Forgive me, I need to go inform the men of what's transpired."
Yeah.
And
Sorry
he
to
heads out.
drop it. Sorry to drop this all on everyone. I think we probably should get ready to go. Probably back to the homestead, and then our diplomats can go and try and kindly break this alliance.
We should stop by Lemsa first and see if we can get an audience with the Admiral. This seems like something that we should let them know
Indeed.
as soon as possible.
Limsa first, then we can fly to Uldar and teleport back to Britannia. Von Balthar, hopefully the Alliance will contact you, as this is now a matter of Eorzgan security.
I can only hope. Would, for
No.
once, I could say this, would that the Varillians answer your call. I doubt they will, though.
Well, this could end the world, so hopefully.
They were seemingly nonplussed too much when it came to the Green Wrath. And that called in how many favors from multiple people?
I'm not going to count on the Varillians going this far south for this.
Agreed. Well, I wish you all luck, and I hope the next time we speak it's under better circumstances.
Hopefully.
Agreed.
I would like to stop being the bearer of bad news.
If only.
If only. We only ever come across bad news, don't we?
Kinda. Anyways, we'll leave you to your preparations, Gaius, I believe. If I think we have a lot of other things to handle now.
Very
Everyone
well.
agreed?
Very well. I will do what I can, but I can offer no help to you all. I apologize.
I'm sure even an evacuation plan would be more than a little help at this point in case things go absolutely wrong.
Well, until then, and then the line cuts out.
So,
How are we gonna split up? Because
I would say no splitting up. The diplomats go to talk to the leaders. Maybe some people go with them as backup. The rest of us can go to the homestead, start getting prepared, or continue on with the diplomats to keep offering protection. Because let's be honest,
Oh, great. Yes?
Adol like pokes his head in.
Hi, date.
Since you all are talking about this, I did make a friend during the tournament. I could go take what I found to them.
Who?
Urianger of the Scions.
Yes, that's probably a very, very, very good idea.
That's fair enough. I don't. Anyone of us have anything against them letting Dade inform the Scions of?
The Scions should know as much as the
Yeah.
the leaders of the Alliance should know, especially about Louis Swath.
Adol kind of walks over and he leans in. He gives Dak a kiss and he says, "Sister."
Mm-hmm.
Not sister, he says, "Honey."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He hands her like 500 of his gil. We're about to get into something very big. I know I'm about to be away, and I know you all are going to do a lot. But since you're going to Limsa, go and treat yourself to a nice meal. Sit down, take a moment to relax. There's a lot we have to prepare for. And I'm sure our sister would like to see you.
Okay. She hugs him and gets all smoochy on him.
What the fuck was that sister's name?
Oh.
Which
The
one?
one
There's
that
like
worked at
40
the
of them.
Bismarck?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm pulling.
was her name?
I'm looking it up.
It's like I remember she worked at the Bismarck. That's about as much as it goes. There's so many fucking names.
Archula or Arugula.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay. Well, I'm heading off to Oda. I wish you all safe travels.
Stay safe, please.
I will. I'm just sorry I wasn't more help down there.
Don't start on that. You were plenty of help.
No. Ark feels the same way. So,
You did stop Alice from walking off the edge.
I'm sure if I didn't, Works or somebody else would have. But I appreciate it. He just wipes his face for a second. Never ends with you all, does it?
Nope.
Doesn't seem like it.
Sometimes I wish it would.
I want to find like a nice easy job. Like just go kill some marmots or something.
No.
Rowan,
I'm done with marmots.
There's a pause. And Adol like looks up and he goes, "Oh," and a letter drops into his hand.
What's that?
It's postmarked for Yedrin.
God. I'll take a quick look.
When he mentions the marmots, you just see Kato get a very distant look in his eyes.
1,000-yard stare.
Flashback.
It's a letter from your parents, Yedrin.
Oh. Might as well take a quick look. Hopefully it's just them complaining about me continuing to send them money.
You open the letter and give it a cursory read through, and you see it's a full, like, you open it and it's basically a bunch of newspaper clippings with you in them.
Oh.
And the whatnot, and then there actually is a handwritten letter in there that the your parents have written. In more words, they basically say that they're very proud of you, but they're surprised that you chose such a job with such high notoriety attached to it. They hope that you are still safe, but they mentioned that word of your adventures has reached the steppe and Doma at large, especially when the Doman gladiators came back and were sharing stories about the Agents of Mayhem, the quote unquote triumphant team of the tournament.
Oh, God. Come on, I only did another fake name. I'm older, different face, different looks. Oh, God. Just like...
There is one particular clipping that draws your attention above all the other ones, and it's a picture of you holding up the trophy from Team Combat next to a picture of you in the finals of singles combat, and in the back of both pictures you can see Musashi staring you down.
God damn it.
And they've got him like circled in red ink. It says, "Be careful."
Also, these thoughts have mostly been in my head, but yes, you just sort of see Agent calmly pull away the picture and just sort of put their head in their face in their hands, and you just breathe, just take a deep breath in that out and say, "God damn it."
Want to talk about it? Maybe later. Later.
Maybe later. Maybe later. Let's
So
just say.
Up.
Hmm?
While you figure out what you're going to do later, everybody's talking about going to different parts of. I'm going to Ishgard. I am going to go to my uncle. We need to inform Ishgard as well. So I will see if my uncle can help us get a audience with Sir Emmerich, and I will pass that information along there while you handle everything else.
Bro, it would still be Thoradin.
Well, yeah, but we got to get to Thoradin through Sir Emmerich, don't we?
No. You don't have to.
Well, Emmerich is the leader of the military forces, so
Exactly.
Well, no,
Technically.
Rowan wants to go through Emmerich.
Work, shut up.
Yeah.
Rowan is
we
going
know.
to her uncle. So whether her uncle petitions to go to Thoradin or to Emmerich, Ishgard still needs to know.
I thought he was just like the leader of like a minor house. Was he really the leader of the military?
Yeah, he's Lord
Yeah,
Commander
he
of
was
Temple
Lord
Knights.
Commander of Temple Knights. You are correct.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
misremembering. So yes, you would have to go through Emmerich.
And either which way, it probably informing the uncle probably where it mostly starts anyway. It's just because political connections. But yeah, and more in character. Agent just sort of thinks for a second and say, "Yeah, no, that'll probably be fine. I just don't want us to split up too heavily because I know some of us probably shouldn't be talking to world leaders."
Me.
It works.
Achoo!
Okay.
Me,
Works from outside. I feel like someone's talking about me.
and we probably have talking more in the open at this point because we are done with the private meeting. Either which way, I know I shouldn't talk to any of the world leaders, so I was either gonna say I'll take along with someone as a bodyguard, or I'll head back to the homestead to get ready as much as I can. I have maybe see what I can do with the gift I was left.
Someone should go back to the homestead and let all of our friends there know anyway. So.
Adol, who's standing there, is like, Ark and Alizé went back.
Right.
Yeah, it's probably handled for the news there. I meant more like I would be no help with the diplomatic talks, and I have a gift in my pawn that I can probably look into if there's some way I can use it to help out. Otherwise, does someone actually need me along to play bodyguard?
No, I think we'll be okay. None of us are on too bad terms with the city-states.
In which case, Rowan, would you want to go alone or would you want to take someone? And I'm pretty sure Fiona and Todd are going to be a team going to the others.
Most likely.
Fine on my own. I'm only going to my family.
Okay. I figured as much there.
It was more of a if he felt like taking some.
In which
We'll
case,
go to Ul'dah and inform the Sultanate.
Kato, I just went through this. Let's let our people that know how to talk to the royalty talk to the royalty. You can accompany them to be the bodyguard.
Okay, so
You're
you to rehash this over and over. I'm just gonna go.
Okay,
yes.
Well, I will contact you on the link pearl once I get any information. And with that, Rowan takes her 5,000 gil, and I might even get a gun, and then she disappears.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways,
We're gonna take a diplomat to each. Maybe not have both the diplomats going together to one place.
I mean, that's a fair enough idea, and if they want to split up like that, they're free to. So, Todd and Fiona, do you want to work together to bring this news around, or are you willing to split up between different city-states?
Maybe Tart should go inform the Serpent.
Honestly, me and Fiona can go around. We all have the teleports.
Indeed, and I'd rather not leave Tekwa alone among the serpents.
Out of character. Damn, that just sounds mean. Just like, Jack alone amongst the serpents.
Okay.
She meant what she said.
Yeah.
In which case, Walks and Cardo, do you want to accompany them as bodyguard slash, I don't know, company? Or do you have stuff of your own you need to get done?
Are you still in the room, or are you still in the room, or do you guys go outside?
I think we're like half in the room, half out. We open
Doors
the door
open,
at the
you can
point.
hear us most likely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because Works is taking a nap in the sunny spot in the grass.
Here I would have expected Works to go like, well, I heard Dole talking about a free meal from Dak, right?
In which case, I'll be asking Cardo. Okay, Cardo, do you want to go with them?
I'll go with them to provide technical details if needed.
Okay, in which case, let's go find Walks real quick. See what he wants to get up to. The teams can split off. More? Well, not more. Basically, I'm heading back to the homestead to check on the gifts and see if there's any way I can make it into something usable in time for something like this.
Okay, so
And
Yedrin's going to the homestead. Kato, you're going with Dak and Fiona. Works, what are you doing?
Probably back to the homestead unless I'm desperately needed somewhere else.
Okay, and Rowan's going to Ishgard. Good.
At Ishgard.
sorry.
Okay, Rowan, you're at Ishgard. You have teleported to Ishgard. You find yourself in the middle of a blizzard.
Cold never bothered me anyway. Sorry.
That's okay.
First thing Rowan's going to do is Rowan's going to head up to the last vigil and go to her uncle's house and knock on the door.
Okay, you knock on the door. There's quiet. A servant eventually answers, pulling the door open. You can see it's a young-ish female Elzen who looks at you and says, yes, how may I be of assistance to you?
Yes, hi. I'm Rowan. I'm Rowan Fortons. I'm looking for my uncle. Is he around?
He
I have
is in the middle of the um, meeting of the nobles, along with the temple knights, the Heavens Ward, Lord Thornton, Sir Imric, and the like.
Can you tell me where I can find them?
It's not something you could have access to, madam.
This is news of the most urgent behavior, and I would need to speak to one of them. I would like to see if I can get in. I'm a member of the Agents of Mayhem.
She says they are in the middle of a potential reformation of the entirety of the Ishgardian government.
Rowan just looks at her and is like, listen, what I'm referring to has nothing to do with just the government. It has to do with the fact that there is a primal being reformed and we need assistance. And I'm looking to find my uncle and see what we can do for helping Eorzea and the world as a whole. Please tell me where I can go to locate.
There's another pause, and the lady looks at you, and I would like you to roll diplomacy.
I'm about to roll an intimidate crass.
I mean, if one doesn't work, try the other.
Oh, that's Charlet. I do not want Charlet. I want. Oh, okay. Let's see. She sighs and says, do you want to head to the congregation of our knights most holy? And then they more or less figured that for such a monumentous occasion, they needed to go all the way to the top of the vault.
So are they at the vault or are they at the congregation over by the Forgotten Knight?
They started at the Forgotten Night, though I believe they will be convening to the vault afterwards.
Then I shall head up to the vault. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I wish you the best of luck getting in. She closes the door.
Rowan's gonna heat herself up just to make sure, and she's going to head straight north from the last vigil up to the vault.
Okay, Rowan.
Roll a perception to see if there's anybody I know around, like Osea the Sons.
Okay, so you're looking for the Sons right now.
Or familiar faces.
Just familiar faces? What did you roll? Rolled a 31. God. Okay, there it is. All right, Rowan. As you're walking about, you eventually find, as you're moving, you see two familiar faces off in the distance. The first is you see a man with long red hair carrying two spears on his back, huddled tightly into a very large coat, kind of trudging his way forward. And next to him, standing beside him, is a short-haired blonde man. You recognize the redhead as Sir Volmildren. Hang on, let me get the full name up. As Sir Volmildren de Hollerent. And you recognize the man on his right as Callahan.
I'm going to run up to them and call out for Galan.
For reference, this in Image Archives, that is what Volmerdon looks like.
Cool.
So you call out for Gallahan, and it's the blizzard's really whipping, and he turns his head, looks over to you, and goes, "Rowan, what are you doing here?"
We need to speak. There's something of urgency that's come up, and I need to get to my uncle and get to Sir Emmerich.
Volmerdon's like still like rubbing his hands together, and like as you get close, he goes, like puts his hands over to you. And he's like looks you up and down, like he's standing next to a fire. Like, what the hell?
I'm going to extend my aura to warm him up.
He's like, okay. He goes, and then he folds his arm a little bit, and he goes, I'm on my way to that meeting itself. Do you understand? You must have been told what's happening at the meeting. You understand how important this is. What could you possibly have to say that would take precedence?
There is an Allegan machine in a castrum outside of Wineport that is reconstructing Bahamut.
Okay, not so loud.
You just
You're
like
not there.
you just see Gallahan and Volmordern like turn their heads and look at each other. And you know Gallahan is a survivor of that.
Right, and I did not mean to make it be as blunt as it sounded. It's just, it is what it is. And we just came. I haven't even rested. If anything comes to attack, I'm screwed. I have no magic left. We got out of there as soon as we could, as soon as we found out what was going on, and we ended up rescuing half of a group of Garleans that were lost in the ruins. And it's just, this is of urgency. Our group is already informed. We've already informed Gaius. The rest of the group are heading off to inform the rest of the members of the Orzing Council, and I came here to inform you guys of the situation.
You see Gallahan like turn his head and goes, "Should we tell her?" We have to. Fuck.
Tell me what?
Callahan,
Okay, is
Callahan
okay?
just like rubs his face. Nidhogg's brood, and potentially Nidhogg himself, along with 2 other dragonflights, have more or less openly declared war on Ishgard right now. We're trying to settle up our internal issues at the moment, while the Sons of the Calamity and the Midnight Haunt are basically smoothing things over and taking care of the flights and the whatnot, because there's another pause. He goes, Ishgard's about yay close from a civil war right now. And he like holds up his fingers. There's like maybe an inch apart from them. So yeah. After all that business with Xenos and our mere problem with Boreal, we were hoping to catch a break. We're just at least glad that, well, that the Sons and the Heavens Ward and the Midnight Haunt have been here helping. but I'm sure that we could get some militia to help you reinforce. If it's Bahamut that we're talking about, because of course, we could go down to the observatory and the astrologians and have them offer what support they can.
The plan is to implode and drop the remainder of the castrum on top of where Bahamut is, hoping that will stop and keep him.
That's a great idea.
However, we're not sure of the extent and if it will. So we want to make sure that everybody is on high alert and that they know the situation. Because if it goes sideways, we're going to need everybody's help.
We'll keep that in mind and we'll pass the report along, because the last thing we want right now is Nidhogg and Bahamut running wild over us.
Is there any chance I might be able to pass this along to my uncle directly?
I can vouch for you and get you in, but I make no promises. He's heading up. He's basically heading up the Reformationists along with Sir Imric right now, and they're pushing hard.
Well, nobody wants to see civil war, let alone anything to do with Nidhogg, which I will be here to help should you require my assistance, as I am a daughter of Ishgard, so I will definitely.
It doesn't help that right now we're having all sorts of issues with this. We're having this. We have cultists going around, and now there's these goddamn rumors that our Lord Commander is sleeping with the head of the cultists. Ah!
What? Okay. Anyway, that being all said, I just need to speak to my uncle. He will know best how to share and pass this information along. I do not want to cause any trouble, any more trouble than's already in there. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware and that what's being done about it on everybody's side, so that we know that should anything happen, we can all turn for everybody to assist us in this matter. That's what we're looking for at this point.
Vilmorden just kind of nods and says, "Lady, if you keep standing next to me and making sure I don't freeze my balls off, I'll take you wherever you want me to take you."
I can definitely do that. Would you like me to make it a little bit warmer for you?
There's a moment where he's not sure if that's an innuendo or not, and then he's like, "Yes?"
Steam starts to rise off of Rowan as she expands the aura and makes it hotter, and her hands start to glow. Whatever you do now, just don't touch me, because then you'll burn.
I'll keep that
Rising
in
the
mind.
temperature.
And they lead you onward. They lead you into oh god damn it. What was the first place? It was like the Conservatory of the Knights Most Holy.
Oh, do you mean like the inner the outer chamber or something? Oh,
Congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly.
Yeah, the Congregation of the Knights Most Heavenly. So he leads you in, and as you get in, you see that they've got everything closed off, and there is a massive table, and you see the 24 Heavens Ward sitting around it, half on one side, half on the other side. You see Emmerich sitting with his back to you, and you see Thoradin sitting at the head at the other end, and then you see like the heads of the noble houses, like two on each side. And then you just see this host of knights around. And as you enter, and Vilmorden bows and he heads off and he sits on one side of the table, everyone turns and looks at you. And there's this pause, And old Thornton, looks up and says, "And to what do we have to thank your presence before us, lady? We are about to convene on matters of the gravest importance. I hope that your interruption is of equivalent proportion."
Rowan is very exhausted at this point, to the point you can see that, but she's still going to execute the Ishgardian vow and say,
You watch
"Forgive
the
me, my-"
entire room repeat it back to you.
Forgive me, my lord, for interruption. I would not come this far had I not news of dire situation. As you know-
There's a pause, as is expected, because you're basically speaking to royalty. And he goes, "I give you leave to speak. I can see from the expression upon your face that you have, as you said, the most dire of news."
My lord, as you know, I'm a member of the group of an adventuring group called the Agents of Mayhem. And we were recently contracted to assist in sightings under an Allegan ruins in Wineport. During our search and rescue mission of some Garleans that had been captured, we came across an Allegan
Allegan
machine in the ruin, as well as parts of the primal Bahamut being regenerated underneath.
You say that word, and you see there's like a shutter around the entire room, and then Thorin leans forward and says, "Speak you truly. Bahamut is rising again."
Sire, we are not sure as to how far along the regeneration has occurred with him, as one of the machines that we had noticed was not properly functioning, but there were several machines around him feeding aether into a regenerating Bahamut. At this point in time, he has not been regenerated and awoken. The current plan is to drop the remains of the castrum in Wineport on top, hoping to seal him in and keep him in that location. However, due to the situation and the creature that's below it, we felt it necessary to immediately inform all heads of state of the possibility of another rise of Bahamut.
There's a pause, and murmuring starts shooting through the room as they're all talking to one another. There's like this very visible panic, and then Thorin kind of taps his staff and he says, "Sir Emmerich, members of the Reformationists, members of the Loyalists, the host of Temple Knights, and the clergy. With regards to this new threat, on top of the current threats that we face, I apologize, but I motion that we reschedule this meeting for another day. For all intents and purposes, it seems that we must doubly prepare ourselves for war, and, well, I do not believe that a time of war is a time that we can properly restructure our government and maintain the safety of the people. If it was just Nidhogg, I would say we would be all right to try to do this. We've been dealing with him for as long as we've existed. But with the possibility of his brother joining him, I believe this is grounds for true preparations. All those in favor? All those opposed? And there's silence. And Rowan, I would like you to roll a perception.
Just get my uncle. I didn't want to say the whole god dang thing.
Well, you did.
So, Rowan, you can see your uncle is standing off to one side of the room, and you can see that Emmerich is sort of sided with him. And on that side of the room, you can see Ignace, you can see Zephyrin, you can see Gruneau, Palkrin, and then you can see a number of faces that you don't really recognize. And then kind of situated towards the middle, you can see Charbert.
Oh,
and several
okay.
others. Do what?
And they all. I said, okay. I see everybody, and they all hate me.
No, they don't.
Okay.
You're not me.
Roll a sense motive. Okay. Rowan, you're getting where they're sitting is how they're aligned with the people. And you know that Emmerich and your uncle are Reformationists.
Okay.
So you're recognizing that the people sitting near them are Reformationists as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other half of the room are loyalists. So there's a pause, and you see, by unanimous decision, everyone raises their hands and says, "We'll reschedule." There's a long pause. The staff hits the ground a few times. You're all dismissed. Make ready for war. And everyone starts getting up and leaving, and your uncle comes up to you and says, "Never good news, is it?"
Whatever energy that was in Rowan, it kind of escapes, and she grabs onto her uncle to keep her from embarrassing herself in front of everybody. And she goes, just I just want to go 1 week without running into some major calamity and or news. It's all I want, Uncle.
Sometimes we can't get what we want.
No, not at all.
Do you need to go lay down?
Yes, please, Uncle. I just need to get some rest. And I need to find a good gun.
There's a pause when you say you need a good gun. He goes, "We'll look into that." And he starts leading you away.
And I go with my uncle back to get some rest.
All right. So, Dak, Fiona, and Kato. Where are you guys going first?
Probably starting Limsa.
Limsa's a good bet, yeah. Because it's closer, if I remember right, yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, because you're already.
Yeah.
You all teleport. The teleport fees come out to about 50 gil
Okay.
Or each.
total.
Okay. Who's gonna pay that?
Oh my god, I'll pay for it.
It was a legit question.
Yeah, I know. I'll still pay for it. Don't worry about it. I got it. It's fine. Boy, I don't feel ready to do this. I don't want to do this.
No, don't worry.
Ugh. I still feel all shaken up just seeing that.
As you guys teleport into Limsa, you find yourselves in the center platform around the Aether Crystal. There's a general quiet, though you do note that it is raining today. And it's a very light rain, almost a little refreshing. And it's knocking down the scent of the sea a bit. but you do note that it's enough that most people aren't walking around.
Oh, what a time to show up. Well, I guess we should go and see about getting an audience with the Admiral. And then lunch is on me.
Sounds good to me.
Is your mic working, Fionn?
Huh? Oh, sorry.
It's
Okay.
okay.
I was actually a bit distracted.
It's fine.
You all are in Limsa and you're heading to go see the Admiral. So how do you want to go about meeting the Admiral?
We could always go to the elevator. Talk to the guard there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking.
Okay.
I mean, we'd also be dry.
So the three of you start making your way down the path, kind of dripping slightly as you walk, eventually making it to the elevator where there are two guards stationed. They've both got their hands behind their backs and they're just kind of like standing there. Just they look you all up and down. They go, "Can we help you?"
Shakes her hair a little bit. Uses presentation to dry herself off. Yes, we were hoping to get a meeting with the Admiral if possible. If not, someone who can pass on a message for us.
The two look at each other and they look back at you and they're like, I mean,
Let her know that the agents of mayhem have
you see both
new.
you see both of them like squint at you when you say that name.
We have news regarding Eorzean security.
Right. They kind of turn back around. They look around for a second. The elevator opens. And they wait for you to get in.
Thank you very much.
Climbs in.
What's that, Kata?
Steps
Thank you. And then he climbs in.
Yep.
And what did you say, Fionn?
Fionn steps in.
They close the elevator and they just say, "Good luck. You'll need it."
Oh, that sounds
The
wonderful.
door shuts. And the elevator starts going up. When you arrive at the landing, the elevator opens and a bullet whizzes by Fionn's head.
Ah!
And you can see Merriweb is pointing her gun right at you.
It's bad time.
She just looks at you and says, "Please explain to me why I'm speaking to three idiots who managed to let a wanted criminal escape, and then abated said escape, and then gave him succor."
Because there's something very important we need to talk about. Like, more important than that.
She opens her gun. "You have until I finish reloading."
Bahamut
Regarding
is being
Castro Oxidants,
reformed under the
there was a discovery in an Elgin ruin underneath it, which contains the regenerating remains of Bahamut.
She like closes the gun. Just
You have my attention.
kind of sets it down. Come in. Sit down.
Thank you, Admiral. Sorry.
I would like the three of you to roll a perception as you walk in.
Sure.
39.
As you
45.
walk in, you like look over at the wall, and you can see that there is a wanted poster of Ark's face.
Mhm.
Likewise, you're looking over the wall as well. You can see there's a wanted poster for Works
Wait, what?
and one for Yedrin.
Hey, what did I do this time?
Yeah, really.
Yes.
Likewise, you can see that there's a single wanted poster for Lavender Mouse as well.
Oh, thank God I'm not on the wall.
Then you look up and you know that she does have like a full-scale model of Leviathan behind her head. Not full scale, a 1 to whatever scale. And she just is like, she just kind of puts one leg on top of the other one, puts her hands together, clasped, and looks over at you all and says, "Speak."
Well, we were hired to go into an Allegan ruin to leave Castrum Oxidants. And while down there, we found machines that were channeling ether into the heart of the Elder Primal Bahamut. It is slowly regenerating the Primal, and I didn't get a look at the machinery, so I'm not sure how far along that process is, but we figured it was prudent to let all the heads of state know about this as soon as we could.
So, to get this understanding, despite the fact that one of your number uses Bahamut's power as his own, you went down into a ruin and found a machine resurrecting the primal Bahamut. The one from the Calamity.
It's not like I knew he was down
To
there.
be fair, we did not know it was down there when we went down.
Our mission was to confirm sightings of the Archon Louisois, as well as rescue some soldiers who had, well, disappeared down there sometime prior.
Uh-huh. Right. So, to confirm this, you took a job from a invading foreign state.
No,
So-
we did.
You did not.
We took
From
a
the
job
Archon's granddaughter.
from the Archon's granddaughter.
Okay. So you took a job from the Archon's granddaughter. I believe her name was Alize, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. That happened to take place inside of a fort belonging to an invading foreign power.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay.
The castrum is closing down, and all of the soldiers are dispersing.
She's just kind of like, you understand my reticence to believe you, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
We welcome independent investigation into the matter, though the forces at Castrum Oxidants will likely be sealing the entrance to the ruins.
I am well aware of Oxidants. Oh, what is the word I'm looking for? Interest in Wineport. I'm well aware of what they have done in Wineport. I'm well aware of the dual families in the area. I'm also aware the bastards don't pay taxes. I'm also aware of Gaius Van Belsar's tactics, so to speak. I am aware that you continue to travel with many of these so-called conduits, channelers of primal energy who are oft a threat to this realm. I'm well aware that one Arcelestia, the Glutton, still travels with you. As
He
I
is
am aware that Lavender Mouse, another AWOL conduit, lives on your homestead.
Arcelestia is actually under Gridanian orders at this point. He's working with them. So
Right.
Nah, 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 nah.
you might need to take that up with them. Lavender Mouse, as far as I know, is still under the watch of Gridania, but is, yes, staying at our homestead. I do not know your grievances with Lavender Mouse.
My grievances are my grievances with all of their kind. They are dangerous and they should not exist.
Unfortunately, they've spoken just as the rest of us. Best we can do is keep them under our watch and care.
You and I have very, very different opinions on that.
I'm sure we do.
This isn't what we came to discuss, though.
No, but it does establish my reasons for not trusting you. What is it that you want from Nimsa?
We don't want anything. We just figured we should let everyone know so that they can prepare and coordinate to, in case something actually comes out of this.
We
If
figured
we
a
tell them
warning
before,
was an
nothing
order.
more.
Sorry, Fiona, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Very well. A warning has been given. I shall alert the other members of the Maelstrom.
All
We
right.
will continue to make our rounds to Ulda and Gridania and let them know as well. We thank you for your time.
And thank you for not shooting us.
That too. I wasn't gonna say it, but that too.
She's kind of like picks up her hand and like waves you off. Not like goodbye, like the shoo.
Shoo. I want to take a quick look at Yedrin's wanted poster because I'm curious as hell.
Okay.
I want to see what Yedrin did.
You look at the wanted poster. Yedrin has a two and a half. Well, sorry, 250,000 gil reward on her head. For essentially what it reads is potential primal instigation and abating false entry into Eorzea along with
Or no.
No.
Lame.
Jitter could
along
lay your ass out.
along with assistance of a wanted criminal. You see, Ark's bounty is 32 million gil.
We might turn in party members.
So fuck you, Kato. I'll lay your ass out.
He never said it would have been Ark.
I don't care.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
How much is Works worth?
Works has the same bounty as Works's bounty is like 50k less than Yedrin, so about 200,000.
Honey, let's go to Limsa.
I mean,
Oh, good thing they didn't come with us then.
The ones who went are the ones who aren't wanted criminals.
I guess mine's also similar. The primal instigation and aiding and abetting a criminal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I am curious about the primal instigation.
It essentially means it's thought they might be a conduit. Like Arx just said, Arx just says confirm primal.
Because as soon as I hold it, it's like,
Likewise, when you look at Arx is like 12 things long.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
confirm. It's like confirm primal war crimes.
Several counts of murder. Several
Yep.
counts of mass murder.
Several counts of theft.
I mean, to be fair, I could go under the war crime thing myself.
There's
Several counts of reckless endangerment. Several counts of destruction of
I
property.
think the only one that no one in here, like on Ark's list, that
Jaywalking.
no one on here would agree with is there is sexual harassment on there as well.
Nah, mate.
But Ark? No, never.
No, it'd be the reverse. He would be the receiver of that.
Collecting victim blaming.
Yeah.
Regardless, she says the rest of Limsa is open to you all. Feel free to do as you will. As for your wanted posters, because yes, there are posters for all of you, not just those three.
Oh, really?
They haven't been distributed just yet. Gridania does take care of you all. A little bit.
Kill primals, kill a green wrath. Get on it. Hey.
I know, right? Fuck.
Saved the world at least 2 times now.
3
Yeah.
times.
And we get shat on.
so I'm pretty sure some of that's out of the character because like some of the people aren't even there.
Oh yeah, no, this is fucking out of character. I'm sorry.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's out of character.
That's what I'm saying in Discord.
But she does say that to Kato, Fiona, and Dak. She goes, to be fair, you threes are the lowest.
I'm not sure whether to be thankful or insulted.
Well, you all have the same charge, which is abating a criminal.
Well, shit, where am I on this list?
Abating a criminal.
Abating a criminal, potential primal.
So I'm above them.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
have friends in high places within
you are
Gridania, so.
just below Works on the list.
Wow.
Probably at like the bottom. Not a word works.
Like
Rosie, thank you for your time and clemency.
Yeah. She just waves you off.
Thank you.
Without a word, gets out of her seat and heads back to the elevator.
Yep.
Yep.
Gets in the elevator. Thank you for taking the lead on that, Kato. I was actually surprised.
I'm gonna have
I know, it's just you usually are not that forthcoming.
Tosses his hair.
Your hair's in braids. How the fuck do you toss your hair?
Braids can be tossed.
Yeah, exactly.
No. They're like cornrow braids.
But they
Oh, I was imagining he had long enough in the back that they could be like over his
And he
shoulder. or
does have
something.
like a couple of little braids that hang down in the front.
Oh.
It could be imaginary. You just don't want those gestures.
Exactly. It could also
Yeah, no.
be just the motion.
You all come down the elevator. The two guards look at you. They look at each other, and like one guard like reaches into his pouch and hands him 20 gil.
reaches in the couch and what? Sorry.
Pulls out 20 gil and hands it to the other guard.
Fear not to the other guard. Thank you for your vote of confidence. To the airships.
Do you want a meal first?
Yeah. I could go for some lunch. Nothing too fancy
I'm
or big.
sure we could probably get it to go.
Yeah.
Very
Rowan's gonna
well.
pop on the link show because at this point I'm sure her meeting is over with, and she's gonna say, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
We were shot at.
We were shot at. We didn't get shot, but we
I
were
did
shot
say at.
It was a warning shot.
She shot at you guys?
Apparently, we're all wanted criminals for just knowing ARC. So, yay!
How much are we worth?
I'd rather not mention.
That much, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Yadrin!
Oh, if you even think of it, you're not waking up tomorrow.
I'm
Or if you do,
joking.
it's at the bottom of the pond.
To be serious now, we'll figure the rest of that stuff out later. I just left seeing Thornton
Oh.
Council in Ishgard.
How'd that go?
Was see my uncle. When I see Galahad, I'ma smack him. Just remind me that.
Was everyone there?
Everyone was there. The High House, the Templar Knights, the congregation, the bishops, the Thornton, everybody.
And you managed to actually say what needed to be said without choking under the pressure.
No, I was damn good. I'm almost sad someone didn't come with me to see how well I handled it. But anyway.
Well, you didn't want company.
Well, I was getting cranky just standing around. I'm gonna go to sleep now and take a nap. I'm at my uncle's house.
Okay.
How did they take the news at least?
They were actually in the middle of a meeting where they were talking about restructuring the government, and there is a definite issue with the fact that Nidhogg and two of his broods have now declared war. So while they didn't take it as if it were a joke, they took it incredibly seriously. They're postponing that one meeting and making sure that all the preparations are there should they be needed if Bahamut rises. So Ishgard will be at the ready.
Merwin seems to be doubtful, but we believe she's going to do a little bit of investigating on her own to corroborate.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
It's a pretty wild claim, I agree, but
Yeah.
It's not like we're going to be carrying around bits of Bahamut and going, look, see, this is proof.
No, exactly.
Kato,
Well,
not like we could even. Yes.
while you're having this conversation, roll perception.
Ah, shit.
Oh dear.
No, just Kato.
Oh. Damn, I'm rolling fucking 19s. What the fuck?
Kato, there's a moment where you're like, why does my hip feel light? I couldn't hear you. Did anybody understand what he said?
Gato. Don't understand you, man.
Dude,
Say it normal.
You need to like help your.
Where is the hammer?
Your hammer,
So-
unless you keep your hammer in your bag of holding, it's still in your hip.
Okay, so why is his hip light? I mean, hey, but not hey.
Bag of holding's gone.
Gil pouch.
Your bag of holding is gone.
He has a handy haversack.
Well,
And it's like a
Great idea.
backpack.
oh,
So
really?
Okay, then your gill pouch is gone. I forgot it was a handy haversack. My bad.
Yee.
Somebody robbed Con.
Dude, I can't understand what you're saying.
who took my money?
You're like looking around. Fiona, roll perception.
What do my L5 see?
Look with your special eyes.
You feel a sudden weight hit the back of your head, and there's a gill pouch in your hood.
Where it came from.
Kyle, you're barely coming through on your mic. Can you get closer?
Somehow, Kato just turns to where it came from without moving his feet.
Like the noise?
Wherever the pouch came from.
It dropped from above.
Leon looks up.
You don't see anybody.
Freaking Moogles.
Leon sighs and hands the pouch back to Kato.
As you do this, your hood suddenly picks up and flops right over your head.
Yourself.
Think you yourself?
He said reveal
Could you-
yourself.
Oh,
Show yourself, something along those lines. I don't know what's up with my mic, like it's pretty much as close to my face as it's gonna get.
Get kind of put it about an inch and a half away from your mouth.
Oh, so if you're growling some of that out, it might just not be picking that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might just be that my voice is getting lower as it gets later.
Suddenly, both of Dak's ears pick up, and she feels like something pinching her ears.
Ow, 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 ow. She tries to grab
Leon
whatever
does
it is.
have see invisibility up.
It's not invisibility.
Dak tries to grab what's pulling on her ears. Ow, ow, ow.
Your hands come up, and you feel what feels like a pair of hands, and they just vanish.
Leon also has arcane sight, for the record.
You see like 6 mage hands dancing around.
Leon starts dispelling them one by one.
You start dispelling them, and they just come back.
Really, please, could you stop?
She pointedly starts counterspelling them.
Goodness.
You realize, real quick, Fionn, they're all just one cast.
Got someone playing Master Arcanist. She
There's
starts looking around.
suddenly like an apple falls into Fionn's hands, and then the next thing she knows, she sees she's a dark-skinned Makote like hanging from his tail, just kind of looking into her eyes as he appears in front of her face. Hello.
What is this?
Do I?
Which one's this?
The fuck do you think it is?
which one is? Because you got 5 bazillion of them.
Remember which ones are in Lemsa.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Mojito.
I only know.
Did not
Leon
realize.
just deadpan hands him back the apple and like, you dropped this.
Indeed.
Did not realize you knew Mage Hand. Although I shouldn't be surprised.
He just kind of drops, hits the ground. Oh, well, when you come home, I always have to give you a little bit of a tussling, don't I?
That's fair.
I like what you
How have
did
you
with
been?
your everything.
Dad kind of like looks down, like, "Oh, yeah, that's right. I changed into a Makote." Thank you.
At that point,
I
he just
try-
kind of gives a big smile. He's like, "Go have fun. I had mine."
It's good to see you. Tell Mom hi.
She kicked me out of the house, so
Oh.
Tell Mom to hide the wanted posters.
yeah.
So many wanted posters.
I
Take them
made
down.
I made a grave miscalculation.
How so?
I was teaching Waffle how to play cards.
No, not Waffle.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't teach her things like that.
What do you think? She kicked me out of the house?
Yes, I know. And now we are gonna go to lunch.
Enjoy.
Hopefully. Maybe. Ugh.
By the way,
She
big guy,
starts-
and he looks back and kind of. By the way, big guy, keep that hidden somewhere safer.
Pocket of his haversack.
What was that, Rowan?
Oh, the dog is now just come back into the room and she's still looking around. I asked her if she found the cat.
Well, he goes to put the gill pouch in his haversack. Wait, can you put a bag of holding in another bag of holding, or
No.
is that going to cause something?
That causes problems. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Yes, Fion pointedly grabs the pouch before he puts it in.
No.
Yeah, he was about to put it in, but then he stopped and he literally asked that out loud.
Mm.
Tuck
Yeah.
maybe a robe or something.
Yeah, you see, as you start doing it, you see the two guards and Mojito just start backing away.
Please do not implode.
But sure, the guard's right for betting against you.
Just attaches it to his back, underneath the haversack. So it's between his back and the bag.
He just smiles, waves you off, says, "Tell Skull hi."
Mm. Dax gonna head for the Bismarck. Gonna get something nice to eat. Don't have to play that out though if you don't want to.
Oh, I had a reason to send you there.
Okay. Of course you did.
So, do you all arrive at the Bismarck? As you arrive, you can see, because of the rain and everything, it's not real crowded. They have a little special board up, and one of the waiters greets you and says, "Oh, hello. Will you be dining in today?"
Was wondering if maybe we could get it to go. We do have some errands to run.
Well, we can. We don't usually do that, though. You suddenly hear from the inside, say, "Is that Dak?"
Yes, it is, sister.
She comes out and says, "Oh, are you running away so soon?" She looks over at Fiona. "You look lovely. Kato, did you change your hair?"
It grew.
I think last time we saw each other, it had just gotten cut.
Yep.
Something like that. You're not sticking around to eat. Just gonna run off.
We've got important business.
Well, we just got a new chef. I was hoping that you all would have put him to the test.
She looks over to Fiona and Kato.
Rain check?
We can take the time for one meal, can't we?
Very well.
But no more than 3 courses.
Good lord!
Like,
What sort of guild do you
Dawn
think
just
I'm made
Carries
of?
her face in her hands.
Aruga is like, oh, 12 preserve. Maybe let's just.
At least Azir's not here. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Or Yedrin.
I'll let him know. You all sit down. It'll be right out for you. And Dak, I'll let him know that you're a vegetarian.
Thank you.
And she saunters back in. It's maybe like 15 minutes later that some of the most immaculate meals that you've ever seen in your life appear in front of you. Dak, you've got like a nice little Waldorf salad with like extra little bits of raisins and toasted pecans and pine nuts inside of it.
Lord.
Each of them have kind of been candied very slightly for some extra flavor, little bits of apples. You can see that they've gotten like a mixture of arugula and red cabbage and spinach as the base of the salad. And then it's this mix of ranch and green goddess dressing kind of covered over the top of it.
Mm.
Kato,
Yes.
you have a whole roasted quail raptor in front of you. Glistening, butter basted, perfectly golden brown. The inside of it is stuffed with risotto, and there is a poached egg inside, very slowly drooling out the yolk and covering the risotto inside of it. Next to it, there's this very delicately floral shaped vegetable medley of carrots, broccoli florets, and other root vegetables, along with 3 thick cut slices of potato that have also been roasted, so they've got the nice grill marks on the top, a little salt, and then you see there's this little schmear of remoulade on the side.
Going at it.
Fionn, meanwhile, you look down and you can see that you have a large plate of potatoes au gratin with 3 different cheeses made into it, baked with a very crispy, cheesy top. Then off to the side, you have a lamb cutlet that has been roasted, the inside of it still slightly on the bone, cooked dark with the diamond sear on the top of it, little salt, little pepper crushed on it, little sprig of rosemary on the top for garnish. And then lastly, you have a tiny iceberg salad sitting by the side. All of this comes with a complimentary hot cup of tea for everybody.
Well then, this is
The
nice.
tea is elderberry.
Well, color me impressed.
You start to dig in, and it's by far away probably the best meal you've had since you started adventuring.
Oh. Well, Dak's just gonna chow down. They say you can't win friends with salads, but you can with her.
Any comments, Fiona, Kato?
Too busy stuffing his face.
Nom, 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 nom.
Fiona is putting her own anxieties and frustrations aside and just quietly enjoying her meal, savoring it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Arugula comes out when you all are about halfway done and takes a bow and says, "How is it?"
Delicious.
Well, if you would like to tell the chef himself, I can go fetch him.
Sure.
She walks off, and there's a slight moment of speaking. And when the chef comes back out, you all recognize him, and you're like, "Lou?"
Hello, I wasn't expecting you.
He just kind of gives a little bow to you all. He goes, "Greetings. It's been a while."
Good to see you've been doing well for yourself.
Agreed. Good to see you
Food's
all.
delicious.
Thank you. I started last week.
Mm. You can see Dak's pride as a cook just kind of going,
does not compute.
I'm glad you've taken it up so well, so quickly.
Just kind of nods a little bit. I had to cook for myself a lot on the road, but
Did you start cooking last week, or did you just start here last week?
both.
Hmm.
Well, it seems you found your calling for real this time.
Kind of
At
just
least you got to choose it.
kind of nods. He goes, "I was thinking about trying weaving next month."
Dak's tail starts to lash a little bit.
Yeah.
Guess what her profession in craft are.
Well, go where your heart takes you.
I'm sure whatever you make will be fine.
He just kind of
If-
nods a little bit. He goes, "Yeah, I have a mentor. Says he's willing to take me out for a little while."
If it's anyone in Ul'dah, take their instruction with a grain of salt.
Oh no, it's in Gridania.
Oh.
Do you think it's...
Mm-hmm.
Is it
You'll do
Arcani?
wonderfully.
Not him specifically. It's actually it's a woman who works for him.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You will do wonderfully there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the vote of confidence.
That's my brother.
We've seen what Arcani can do.
Arugula just like goes, you know, you could stick around. We could still use another talented hand. He goes, "Figured I'd try my hand at everything. I mean, I work part-time down with the Fishers as well."
That's just kind of got like her lips are just kind of like a thin line, just kind of like, I don't like this guy just because he's doing all this cool shit. Anyway, we should probably finish our meal. We do have to go to Ul'dah and Gridania today.
There's a pause, and he looks up, and he goes, like, hits a link shell in his ear. Uh-huh. How the hell did you get this frequency? God damn it. And he looks back at you all and goes, You got something you want to tell me?
That depends on who just called you.
Who the fuck do you think?
There's a
Don't-
lot of people out there.
It starts with an S.
Samwise.
Out of character, I can't. My brain just went burp.
The Scions.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a specific one, but yeah, okay.
I'm lost. I'm thinking about just going to
We
bed now.
could tell you, but we shouldn't tell you here.
Don't want to cause a panic.
It's entirely up to you if you want to hear it or not.
Not something that should be discussed in public like this.
He just rubs his eyes. Okay.
Plus, aren't you retired now?
Just from the Scions.
Oh, maybe you should talk to them, and maybe they'll tell you.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll hear about it soon,
Great.
because we're going to tell all the leaders about it.
He just holds up a thumb and goes, "Enjoy your meal," and walks back into the kitchen.
Thank you. Now I feel terrible.
Not this bullshit again.
They
Really
keep calling
should've.
me Birkin.
A mix of not this bullshit again and fuck this shit, I'm out.
Mhm.
Arugula just
He
kind of
was there with us.
Arugula just goes, "Okay." He's a weird one, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed your food. You can pay whenever you're ready.
I can pay right now.
Okay. She takes 50 gil from you all and says, "Enjoy the rest of your day. Have
Thank
fun
you.
in Ulda."
We'll try. Hump, 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 hump.
Works in Yedrin.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing on the homestead?
First checking in with my parents, let them know that I got back safe.
Okay.
Because, I'm sure his mom worries about it every time he goes out on the venture like mothers do.
Mm-hmm. While you're talking about this, after Art gets Alize settled in, he looks at Yedrin, he looks at Works, and says, "Cool, I need to go back to Zelfatal, so y'all take care. I'll be in touch."
Yeah,
Okay.
have fun with the bird people.
He just kind of takes a very deep sigh and goes, "No, there's more than birds up there, right?"
It's been a long day.
Fair enough. And he leaves.
Okay. So, anything you need at the moment, Walks?
Nope. At least. No, I'm good.
I'm gonna be going to get something real quick. Can you go and check if the Smiths are free? Because I'm gonna guess I'm gonna need them for this.
Yeah, I'll check real quick.
Okay.
Works, go ahead, Yedrin.
No, you can go ahead, Ark.
Works. So you head down to the Smith, and when you get there, you see the two of them are just kind of like standing around smoking pipes. They kind of look up at you, just raise an eyebrow and say, "Ah, Master Workson. We see you have returned. What can we do for you?"
Yeah. Two things. One, guessing you guys are free, Edrin's gonna need your help in a few minutes.
Sure.
2. He pulls out the rust lance.
They look at it and say, okay.
Do you guys have any connections to any of the shops or have any use you can make out of this?
The thing that's literally eating your hand right now?
I didn't activate it.
Thought you did. Oh, that's right. You got the black mages to.
Yeah.
And they kind of like look at it and they go, I mean, we could sell it or something like that. Is there something you want us to do with it?
Sell it, melt it down from. If you can melt it down, it's pretty valuable. I can try selling it. It's very old, very rare, and honestly, it's taking up space I don't really need at the moment.
We'll put it up. We'll let you know if anybody buys it.
If not, I'll take it to the city next time I go.
All right. They take it off your hands. They put it on the wall. Then they just kind of chill out. So, Yezrin, what were you doing?
Meanwhile, Yujin was 1, gonna check on how the pond's been progressing, and 2, is gonna go retrieve the rather large gift that they're probably gonna have to take to the smiths to get anything done with.
You get in the pond, and as you start going down, you see there's fish. There's a lot of fish. And as you go down and you're just kind of like relaxing in the pond, you kind of look around, and every now and then you see this faint shadow in the distance of the water.
Huh. I was also talking partially about, I think I ordered Project Beautification that before this all started. I was just seeing if any of it had shown up yet.
They've smoothed out the bottom of the pond at least.
Okay.
Oh, Rox also writes down like all the special features of the lance.
Okay.
Anyway, he's might go investigate the shadow in a little bit, but wants to handle the gift first so that I can get going however it goes.
Okay. You get into your little cave, and as you come through, you see the fang is inside of there.
If I remember, it's rather large, right?
It's filling your cave.
Can it be taken out, even?
You can pull it out, yes.
How heavy is it?
Math time.
Sorry for running off.
No problem.
I was trying to hurry so you weren't waiting on me.
No, that's fine.
Please do.
Yedrin,
Yep.
based on its size, it's about 600 pounds.
Oh, okay. I was worried there. 600.
Apparently, teeth are relatively light.
Okay. Yeah, I was a little bit worried I was gonna have to actually use resources or something, but no, that's handleable. I can
What
one
is
hand
this
that.
thing of?
Do what?
It's a thing the Hydra gifted. I'm not sure if it's from him or something near him, but it's a gift from him, and I didn't know what he wanted to use for, but I was gonna guess the Smiths can do something with it because it's a fang.
Mhm.
You pull the tooth out of the cave, head back up to the surface with it, and you pass by Works as you go.
With a fang that's probably only a little bit smaller than a house.
That fang is about the size of your axe.
Ah. So about the size of a truck.
Yeah.
Work just looks at you and is just like, I don't even want to know.
Are you sure? Well, you always get into so much magic bullshit. I'm almost thinking it's thinking you have like an attraction to it at this point.
If I had the energy to give a shit right now, I would, but I don't.
Bahamut chimes in. Do you want to go on autopilot?
No.
Because I can drive your body to bed.
No, you're driving by to a nice warm patch of grass and lay down.
Why do you want to lay in grass when you can lay in a bed?
Because I've been under the ground for 2 days straight and would like to lay in a little bit of sun.
Okay.
Call it a lizard thing.
Anyways, Works, okay then, I'm guessing the Smiths were free?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go talk to them. You have a good relax.
I plan to. Good luck with whatever it is you're doing.
I don't even know yet.
You go to the Smiths and you drop off the fang. And they're like,
I have
okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what to do with this. As far as I know, it's a fang from either a really large creature or a really powerful creature, and or both. Both. Well, you guys got any ideas?
I mean, we can make weapons out of it if you want. Or, I mean, there's enough of it we could make armor. And while Yedrin figures that out, Kato, Dak, Fionn, you guys are in Ul'dah.
Okay, sorry. Well, I guess the best is, so where are we starting? Are we starting from like the Aetheryte, or are we starting from the airship?
The Aetheryte.
Aetheryte?
Yeah.
Well, if we just keep heading down the street, we could eventually hit the Seat of Rule. Or should we stop at the flames? Sorry.
That sounded crispy.
Garlic bread.
Nom.
Mm-hmm.
Kato, do you have any input on that?
No.
Then I guess that's what you guys do. You head down to... You head down towards the Seat of Rule, walking your way down. The air is dry. There's not really any wind blowing. Eventually you make it inside, into the shade. And up towards where the seat of the Sultana. A couple of paladins are standing there in front of it, and they say, "Halt. What is your business?"
Jack's kind of fanning herself a little bit because she's been in Gridania so much that Ul'dah actually feels warm. Hello. We are from the Agents of Mayhem. I'm Dakwaz Dart. We were hoping we could meet with the Sultana or the General. We have some rather dire news that needs to be talked about.
They all look at each other. There's a pause. Roll diplomacy. kind of go. There's like a slight eye roll, and the two of them go. The general and the sultana are having a tea party. So please head on in.
Thank you very much.
You all walk in, and as you do, you head down a path that you have walked once before, though it has been well over a year. Almost, actually, it's been well over 2 years since you've been inside this room. Back where all of this started.
It has been so long.
You head down the way and you come to the door that you know is the Sultana's private chambers. And you can hear like faint mutterings and mumblings on the other side, an occasional hearty laugh, and there's more voices than just Raban and the Sultana.
It would be rude to just go in, so she knocks.
You knock on the door, there's quiet, and then a very young voice chimes in. Who is it? Do come in.
And Jack opens the door and holds it for the others. Hello? Sorry to intrude.
You look inside, you can see it's Raban is sitting at a table obviously far too small for him. Like his knees are coming up over the top of it. And you see he's got like a plate in his lap. It's like little tea sandwiches.
Yeah.
And he's not really dressed in a fancy suit, but he's like basically wearing Alamegan attire.
Mm-hmm.
He's not wearing any armor, and he looks very out of place. And then you can see there's 4 Lalafels around him. All of them are different members of the not the Monitorists, the Council, whatever it's called.
Syndicate?
The Syndicate.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got like little plates like stuffed with like sweets and tea, and they're just all sitting there. And the Sultana looks up and doesn't recognize Dak, but immediately recognizes Kato and Fiona and says, "Oh, to what do we owe the pleasure of a meeting with adventurers?"
That kind of adjusts the flower in her hair and basically poofs to Lalafell using her hat.
Okay.
So she's recognizable.
General
Dude,
Sultana.
can't understand you.
General Sultana, we need to have a word. There's something we need to talk about.
They nod. We would assume if you were coming to interrupt. Raban nods. He goes, "I would assume if you're coming in to interrupt us that you would have something very important to speak of. Remember that you are in the presence of the Sultana, the General, and 3 members of the Syndicate. Anything that you have to say to us will eventually have to go to them anyway."
Right.
And you seem like he puts the little tray forward, but he does like pick up the little tea sandwich and like stuff it in his face.
Where to begin?
Kill to see the scene right now.
Well, excuse me. Well, we took a job from Louisoise's granddaughter, Alice. I don't know if you know them or not. We went ruin diving and we found something a little dangerous. Dangerous is the word, isn't it?
I would have gone more for doomsday-ish, but
Hello.
You just see, like, Raban does that, like, continue motion, like he's, like, running his hand in a circle. And you can see, like, every now and then, like, he looks back down at his little sandwiches on there that are kind of, like, steaming. He's like, are these going to get cold?
We found the body of Bahamut being reconstructed inside of a ruin.
The moment you say that, he turns his head and he's like, yep, those are going to get cold. As he gives his full attention to you.
we were down in some caves under Castrum Oxidans over in Lenosha. We found the old body of Bahamut was lying dormant, but the heart was being fed ether and is reconstituting the body of the Elder Primal.
We've already informed Limsa.
And Rowan has informed the Ishgardians.
And I believe the Scions have also been informed.
The Garlean Gaius has also been informed as well.
So that just leaves Gridania, yes?
Yes,
Yes.
that's our next stop. The Garleans are planning on caving in the entrance that we took, but it's entirely possible with a network of caves on the scale that we saw that there are other entrances.
Well, I would assume if we're having to deal with anything else. We thank you for the information. This is most grave indeed.
From what we saw, I've no idea the progress on it, but I think our actions down there might have shut down one of the 3 machines that were feeding it ether. So, might have slowed it down.
We still felt it prudent to inform the Alliance.
Also, should we tell them about the other person we saw down there?
I don't know. There was also a sighting of is it Archon?
Archon Louisoix.
Yeah.
A form resembling Archon Louisoix at the very least. Also, Nail Van Darnus.
You see, like, the entire room look up. And they go, surely the Aether must have been playing tricks on your eyes.
If only so.
All of us saw the same thing.
We were down there specifically to confirm sightings of Archon Louisoix.
And while it might not have been Nail Van Darnus, it was at the very least, someone in his armor.
Well, as I said before, we thank you for the information. And we'll prepare as best we can. In the meantime, you all look ragged. Perhaps you should get some rest.
Thank you.
We should, but we really should inform the Gridanians before we rest.
Mm-hmm. Either way, we thank you for your time.
We will let you get back to tea.
Raban stands up and says, members of the syndicate, Sultana, I do believe that is my call to head back to the flames. we have much to prepare for. And he heads off. The rest of the syndicate just kind of is like,
Just there's a bow before
Leaving.
following out the room.
Yep. Dak will follow out and then Makote.
Okay. So where do you guys?
Well, that went better than the last one.
You said we were gonna stop after this, so
Yeah, I was gonna. I didn't think you were gonna inform Gridania, but
We'll just say we're heading to Gridania. We'll just,
leave a message at the adders. Yo, Bahamut, bye, peace.
we'll just
No.
say we did it and leave it at that.
that sounds
I don't
good.
know. Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty much gonna get the same response from them.
Yeah.
Pretty much gonna say the same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
So by that point, you all get back to the homestead. Ark is gone. Yedrin has dropped off a 600-pound tooth at the blacksmith's. Rowan's taking a nap at her uncle's unless she's coming back to the homestead.
Nope, Rowan's staying at her uncle's.
Hidu just pauses as he sees the thing, just looks at it. Don't want to know. Keeps walking.
I don't know where that came from. I don't want to know where that thing came from.
Not even gonna ask.
Anyway, sorry.
Works has a little nap in the grass.
Yeah.
Hidu goes and lays in his bed.
That sounds like a good idea.
Which
It's
I
nap
should
time.
do too.
So Kyle goes and lays down in bed. I'm assuming Fionn goes home and snuggles with Skull. So that just leaves Dak. What do you do?
Dad's gonna go.
Hey.
Gonna
What is
yeah,
he
date,
go-
date around.
snuggle.
I want to drag him to bed for snugs.
No, because he's in Ul'dah. Though
That's
he
right.
should be home before too long.
Gonna take a nap anyway. Meow. Cat nap.
I'm home so we can cuddle. But I'm in Ul'dah.
Meow.
Did I fucking stutter?
I have a sunbeam.
It's like, damn it, I'll be home in a minute.
So that's a fun little game we had.
Oh yeah.
I bet you all were expecting like shit to be hitting the fan all over again everywhere, didn't you?
A little bit. A little bit.
I was expecting some. I figured no one was going to be able to directly help, so I wasn't expecting too much. Whether there was reasons or whether they said can't help right now, was up in there.
None of us were expecting anything to happen immediately.
Yeah.
That's not something that you can just tackle immediately.
But good session. Nice bits of roleplay. I like seeing people's reactions to some of the changes that I made. Also, I love seeing you guys' reaction to Lou.
God damn it! Stop being good at everything now.
I couldn't stop laughing. Gotta feel bad for the man, though. I hope his retirement doesn't have to get ruined.
Well, Lou at this point isn't looking to do he's not looking to do something that just because he's good at it or like finding another job. He's looking for something that he's not automatically good at.
Yeah, I figured. With the way that he was talking about trying a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I am going to skedaddle.
Yeah.
See,
It would have been. It would have been funny to have you guys meet him on the docks fishing and being like, and you guys going like, "Are you catching anything?" And it's like, "I have caught over 5,000 fish in the last 2 days." I didn't think there were that many fish in this area, but they just They just jump on the fucking hook. I don't even have to bait it anymore.
Gonna say, sounds something like what happened with Ark and Yidrin on that one boat towards Costa. They like fill that boat and then leave it all to walks.
We caught a lot of fish.
Yeah,
You
then,
wanna go somewhere-
and then left it to me.
Good night.
And I mean, you know somewhere where you can go where you won't be kept fishing up very much of anything.
Where's that?
The void.
Guys, I caught a void fish. What the fuck?
Look, I was gonna say, with the Warrior of Light, I wouldn't bet against that, because let's be honest, you can fish inside freaking lava.
You
It's
can
like-
fish inside
It's like
Aether.
you take him to the void and he like sits down and starts fishing. It's like, I caught a Zodiark.
What?
And he just
Anyway.
like hands Kato like a little tiny black crystal that's just like rotating. It's like, oh.
I was gonna say,
What's
He-
this?
I was
Wow,
gonna say,
Freya, what are you
just-
doing on my hook?
I was gonna say he says he's caught something big, and all of a sudden he pulls also a big wolf head, just sort of breaches the darkness.
Different. I think different void.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
yeah, it's like he's like fishing. It's like, I caught Fenrir. How?
What?
If you're talking about like actual dark void, then
No,
yeah,
I mean the void where Works lost his spear.
that's not void. That's just the astral sea or something. I was thinking,
Close enough.
Oh, it's like no.
I
You're gonna take him out. You're gonna take him fishing there. He's just like 10 minutes later. I caught a dreadnought.
No.
plus we know if you took him fishing into the like actual void caller, he'd just like drag out X Death or something.
Oh my god, no, goes fishing the astral sea. Like, Yadrin, I caught something. He says he knows you.
I think
Anyway.
that.
Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
And I got him.
Oh man.
It was a short.
What are the chances your sea dragon is true Leviathan?
No, because we know True Leviathan isn't him. The Hydra's
Okay.
big, don't get me wrong. But he's not in the same True Leviathan's like multi-planes big. And
Okay.
two, Hydra is not an astral sea. He's, as far as you can tell from the various from guesses, he might be in the remnants of the whatever one suffered the water calamity, the whatever shard.
Okay.
He also the only reason you know who the fuck True Leviathan is because of the Hydra.
Mhm.
Well, no, we also ran to True Leviathan very early on in the journey.
You did, but I'm saying like remember when you were going down the void, he told you what True Leviathan was.
Mm. Well, we told Yadrin because Yadrin was the only one going down that far.
Well, no, we learned about that before we even went down to the astral sea, because
But when you had the experience,
no, because when we were sailing towards that area, he started showing up, and the Hydra
okay.
said stuff about him, and then walks aside the fish while we were still near him.
Yeah. Essentially he was the reason, yeah, because he talked to True Leviathan and asked him, it's like, hey, can you not?
Hmm.
And True Leviathan said okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and then walks aside
I'm-
to be a
I'm-
fish.
no, I was talking like early, very early. I think before we
Well-
picked up Yadrin.
Yeah, but you didn't even know back then it was like true Leviathan. You just thought it was something that was considered true Leviathan.
Okay.
I think that was what that was going on at that time.
Yeah. The thing that ate Leviathan.
Yeah.
No, that was true. That was True Leviathan. He also like destroyed everything in his path.
Yep.
Yeah. I think at the point they didn't know it was true Leviathan or whatever, they just in character?
Yeah, they were like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's a thing. I don't want that to be a thing, but that's a thing.
Yeah. And yeah, I DM'd it to you, but I guess I can just say it out loud since it's just the three of us or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm guessing you did want me to take it to the Smiths, and I'm like I said, is this something that's going to be a mystery prize or something I get to decide?
You get to decide what you want them to make out of it.
So it's kind of a mystery prize on how the result turns out.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Ah, God, that's going to be a hard decision.
Good. I hope you guys had fun tonight.
It was a nice bit of fun RP, and it wasn't the longest session, but it didn't need to be.
No.
It's good to know that we are not welcome in Limsa.
I've been waiting for you guys to go back to Limsa forever.
And now you know why we don't go back.
Well, you haven't had a reason to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now we have even more of a reason not to go.
Well, I mean, she did say that it's like those posters aren't up.
Yeah, but eventually they will be.
Maybe.
That's only if
I think-
Danya doesn't.
That's basically if Gridana and or Up in Airs probably both start hating us, because
True.
I have to admit, I had a different plan for that letter, and I was like, no, that's too much at once.
Although next week probably start the training session with Bahamut.
next week is probably a good couple different things if they don't happen off screen.
Now, if next week happens, it has to be Friday.
That's right.
Which might not happen, so we'll see what happens next week.
I thought that was that's right, because you go back to nights.
Mm-hmm. I'll be on. I'll be off next Friday, and Saturday,
Okay.
and Sunday,
Cool.
and then 4 days, and then 7 days off.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't play next Thursday, I mean, I know Dak and Fiona have 13th age, then I think we have Lotto next week. And I don't know, Sundays are always a little weird with my game because like I usually don't get the confirmation we're playing until that day.
Yeah. It's just. I'm almost tempted to say we need to find another day we can all play that's earlier so that Kato and Fiona don't burn out.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, with me working till 5, and having to get dinner ready, it's usually not until 6:30, almost 7 that I'm actually ready to go.
Yeah.
It would be more possible on the weekends, but like Warhawks and Fiona both have weekend games, and then we have stuff every now and again in FC.
Well, I mean, would Sunday be good?
mean,
I think Rowan has games Sunday too.
Oh yeah, Rona's called Cthulhu.
everybody got multiple fucking games.
Well, yeah, we're addicted. We don't get enough for during the one night a week.
Sorry.
I think if we met more than one night a week, though, it would be a little much for you to plan.
I've got planned for quite a while.
Even so, to plan, all the other stuff around it.
Yeah. Like, Lou was something that popped into my head while I was sitting at work one day, and I was like, I should let them see what he's doing these days. No, I thought it was nice. You guys were like, please come help us.
Yeah, we didn't bug him to come help. We were just like,
It's like, look, we're not going to be assigned where we expect your help, but it would be appreciated. And when we say help, we mean we actually help you along, not just sit back and eat popcorn while you wreck some god's ass.
Well, basically, I think the consensus was we're fine with him being retired if he really wants to get involved. He's free to, but we're not gonna force it.
I also love Dax. Like, why are you so good at everything?
Trying to find the one thing I'm not. Bro, can we change lives for like one day?
That's a hard question. What wouldn't he be good at?
Talking.
That's like the one thing, but that's not like a hobby.
I just walk up to Lou, it's like, Lou, let's you and me trade lives for one day. I do one thing in this world, and I'm not even that great at it.
Blue's like,
Yeah, I was gonna say collecting stamps, but he does fetch quests.
just fetch quests for fucking fun.
I know. Like I said, I'm
God,
trying to
that-
pick out.
That's a true psychopath. I do fetch quests for fun. Oh god.
Like I said, I'm trying to figure out the one thing he wouldn't be good at, and it's like he's got like all the bases covered technically.
Slam poetry?
I don't know if Blue would be a good writer or not. That is a good question.
Yeah, that is a question. None of the classes or like even hands
No,
or
no,
land.
no, nope, scholar.
Well, that's not writing. That's math.
No, that would be whatever Alpha Notes class is. Scholars require writing. They have to write theses.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Mm-hmm.
I thought in the lore Scholar was just an evolution of Arcanist, it was just math, and the Scholar's whole thing was figuring out how to apply that to like the fairies.
There's that, and there's the fact about Astros and the whatnot. Meaning, they, regardless of how you slice it, they're researchers who have to write their findings down.
True, but he's heavily into the practical side of things. I'm not even sure if he. That's why I say I'm not sure on the writing, because it's like, yes, technically, but all of that's rather heavily practical stuff, and none of it's like the actual. I don't think you see the Warrior of Light do any of their own research or anything.
Made Big Rock go boom.
They usually, yeah, the
Why not
Warrior of
how?
Light usually goes and talks to people about shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. You might be onto something if they might not be a writer.
Granted, they also tend to be like, why should I write a letter to somebody when I can teleport?
So, like, they might be able to write, but I could also see them not being able to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can write.
Right.
It's just like, are they a poet or a novelist is a different question.
Yeah, and like I say, I think that might be the one weak spot.
Well, we could say that, or we can think about it as, didn't he like help write the play in
In the Everless thing, no.
yeah, or at least
He
provide the information for it.
He talked about what he. I think we talked to them about what we did, and the people were witness to a lot of it, so they adapted.
So
Well, even then,
So if we think about it like that, he gave them the information, so that means he can convey information very well when he's speaking.
Possibly.
Especially when we think about like him talking to the wandering minstrel or the minstrel-erling wanderer. He provides them with enough information that they can write their stories.
well,
So-
the question is, we don't get any info on how detailed he is, or if he's just providing generalities.
This is
But
also,
fair enough.
This is also fair.
Yeah.
He also exaggerates a lot.
Well, no, the wandering minstrel does, but
Ah,
it's hard to tell. You can make an argument either which way.
See, that's the thing is like you would think the Warrior of Light would be like writing letters all the time, and then you think about it, it's like no, he has He has link pearls, and he has what's the word I'm looking?
Here's a question for you
And
all.
teleporting. Yeah.
Here's a question. It's pretty canon that he's writing all the journals.
Oh, so yeah, that would prove that he's actually a decent writer.
Yep.
Like, are the journal entries all that interesting, or?
I've read the journal entries. They're usually full of good information, and they're well enough written that you can. It's not like he's writing a novel, but like the journal entries themselves are.
Convey the quests well enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because I just remember the Dark Knight quests where they turn weird because it's Frey writing them for you.
I haven't,
When you're
I haven't read all of them. I honestly, I wasn't like reading a lot of the journals.
Yeah, no, I think it's something during the, like, 50 to 60 for Dark Knight when Frey's really active, or was that earlier?
That would be 50 to 60.
Yeah, where Frey's really active, that all the journal entries are really weird because they're from, like, Frey's perspective almost.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, in that case, if they are well done, then he's at least a decent enough writer to convey information well.
Well,
Whether that can
we don't know if the Warrior of Light is any good at fucking, but considering he's a monk and all that other shit, probably.
Even if only by stamina.
Yeah.
Not sure how well the good writing translates into poetry and stuff, but possibly. Especially since he can do bard.
That actually is a good point. He's a bard. He can write his own music and songs, so he's probably a decent fucking writer.
God damn, it's gotta be something. Guy can even do home decorating.
This is true. He's got a good sense of aesthetic.
He's good with animals.
Yes. Pretty go kids.
He apparently can't.
No, I got something.
What's that?
Mechanical engineering.
He's a
Machinist.
machinist.
But he doesn't make the guns. He just shoots them.
He made the robots.
Yeah, it works. You gotta remember, by the law of the machinist, we're basically
You cut out.
cells. Huh?
I said you cut out for a second.
We're making the soul crystal ourselves, basically, by law. So we made the Mecha Queen.
So yes, and that would also include he knows how to program as well.
God damn it. I mean, he could play and write music. Can he sing?
Bard.
I would assume. Shit, dude's probably got pitch fucking perfect.
He's got a move literally called Pitch Perfect.
He comes with his own. He comes with his own auto tune.
Comes with his own fucking accompaniment.
Can freaking dance.
He plays a harp and suddenly piano music starts coming out.
Yeah, he could dance.
God damn, this is actually a hard question.
Oh, I know one thing he's bad at.
What's that?
Saying no.
This is true. Though you have to admit, works lately he's been gaining the ability to say no.
Damn it.
There are several quests where you can say no and it'll end the cutscene, but in order to do the quest, you have to say yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in order to continue the quest, we have to say yes.
Yeah.
And you can't even say he's a bad psychologist even, because he freaking does that thing with whoever I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
The Gunbreaker guy?
No, I'm talking about he figures out the right buttons to push to get the guy motivated to build a giant golem.
The chai.
Yeah, so he understands people enough to like actually do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
I was gonna say he can't call him Fail when he needs help.